Talking about this past summer, we took a couple. Brian is the one who really started us off on this and said, hey, there's this university out there called Stanford, and they're working on this course, and they're developing applications for the iPhone. And Stanford is really nice. They're one of the universities in terms of open courseware type stuff. So they take and they put all their lectures and everything on the internet. They open it up so that anybody can use it. They offer the course at Stanford, but they publish all the materials, the syllabus, the handouts, the assignments, and they let us take all of that and use it. So Brian's great idea was, hey, can we do this as an independent study? And of course, with the department's approval, we said, yes, let's do that. We sent out a note a little bit. We asked a couple of people, and Kyle and Alan and Casey and a few other people sort of joined in here and there and went back and forth. And we took and we watched a lot of videos with these two guys from Stanford. Actually, I think they're both Apple employees. Stanford's relatively close, and they invited a lot of folks in during the video lectures that we got to watch so that we were hearing stuff directly from Apple employees, as well as going through the people who designed a lot of the APIs on the iPhone. So we took that, we brought it to USM, we added our own flavor to it. We took a little bit, we got to rickroll everybody, right? So we added our own sort of flavor to it. We did it over the summertime instead of during the school year, though Kyle's in doing it this fall. And we took that and we looked at what they were doing, and it's really a practical course in terms of programming. And what the students here, what these three fellows here had to accomplish was we had to learn an entirely new programming language, Objective-C, an entirely new API, the iPhone OS API, and we had to use an entirely new device, a mobile device. We had, traditionally in our computer science program, we're developing on the computer that we then run the software. In this case, we're cross-developing. We're writing code on a Macintosh computer that we then run in a simulator, check and see how it works, diagnose it, and then deploy it to a device. So, you're not even developing in the right environment when you're developing. You're not developing on the device. So we had some quirks in there, and there was a lot of sort of initial stuff to overcome with that. But again, a very practical course. Through the course, we took those things, that practical stuff, and we went through a series of applications, the pre-canned applications. The first ones are not really much to speak of. We moved on. Our first real application was this Hello Poly, which was a polygon thing. We had to develop an application that had a polygon that we can increase and decrease the number of sides, and it dynamically changes it, has a configuration panel. I can show you the live demo of that. Some of the extra credit, you can spin the polygon around using some of the features of the iPhone. The one that we really spent about half of the course on was this presence application. If you're familiar with Twitter, this is a Twitter application. What it does is it goes out and it pulls this stuff from Twitter. You can update your status on Twitter. This one was sort of over a 4-week period, or a set of 4 assignments that progressively got more difficult. Again, I have a live demo of at least my implementation of this. Everybody did their own implementation. We compared them. Locally, though we were getting all these video lectures from Stanford, locally we sat and we talked about the quirks and problems we were having, the things in the API, where things were easy, where they were difficult, how we approached different problems. We found different solutions to the same problem. So it was a collaboration type of thing. The last part of the class, the last big project, was a project of the students' design. And really that's what we're here to talk about today, is to look at some of those applications that the students designed from the beginning, built, deployed with the knowledge, with the experience and stuff that we built up doing these smaller, simpler applications. So the brunt of our thing today is to show those. So we're going to start off.